Hey, how's it going, art nerds and nerdettes? And I hope you're having a day as sexy as yourselves. But yeah, welcome back to the roller coaster that is the Diddy Mark channel. And like a roller coaster, get ready to get sick, dizzy, regret your decision by getting on this ride, and most importantly, to have fun. I'm kidding. Well, not about the having fun part. I hope you guys have fun when you watch my videos, but I'm talking about, the getting sick and all that, whatever. I'm rambling now. But in this video that your eyes perceive on this channel on this fine day, I'm going to be talking about something that is quite important in the journey of becoming an artist, especially in this day and age that's filled with so much distractions and so many things that keep us from doing what it is that we need to be doing, no matter how sucky we might think it to be. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to become a more productive artist in the year of our Lord and Savior, Anya 2022. And yeah, before we get right into it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But yeah, cue the intro. Okay, so how does one become a productive artist? That is the question I will hopefully answer in this video, as well as provide applicable steps on how to become said productive artist. But first, we need to lay out the definition of what a productive artist is, at least in the sense of what I'm talking about today. So, a productive artist, as by my definition, isn't someone who's just fast at creating artwork or someone who can churn out a lot of artwork per day. Oh yeah, by the way, before I proceed, I should mention that by artist, I'm referring to all forms of art. If you're a painter, comic artist, sculptor, music artist, if you make art with chewed gum or some shit, I don't care. I'm referring to whatever and whoever is a creative. But yeah, back on my point, simply put, a productive artist is someone that gets all that they need to get done within a specific time period, done within that set time period, and at a thoughtful pace. Now, what qualifies me, Diddy Mark, to talk about something like this? Well, as many of you returning viewers know, I'm something of a productive artist myself. Why? Because I plan my days and I fill it with as much work that I need to get done as possible. And I get those things done and I make sure I do it before the day is over, and most importantly, before I slack off. Now stick with me here, because that part about me slacking off will make sense later in the video, and if you stick around even longer, I'll show you my own personal schedule and how I balanced working as a published comic book artist, YouTuber, and full-time college student. So yeah, those of you who have been asking and those who are curious can now see how I get all that stuff balanced and still be productive. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the reason most of you are here, you want to know how you yourselves can become productive artists. So yeah, this is the part of the video where I finally get to the point. The secret to becoming a productive artist, in my opinion, comes down to two key things. And they are, first off, gaming dopamine, and second off, setting intentions or a game plan. Now let me start with what I mean by gaming dopamine, because I'm sure upon hearing that, some of you have now become, really fascinated. So yeah, gaming dopamine, what do I mean by that? And what is dopamine? So dopamine, according to a quick Google search, is defined as a neurotransmitter made in your brain. It plays a role as a reward center and in many body functions, including memory, movement, motivation, mood, attention, and more. If you're quick, just by that definition alone, you can see that the key to becoming the more productive anything is in there. But yeah, I originally got the idea to do this myself about 1.5 years or so ago when I watched the video titled How I Tricked My Brain to Like Doing Hard Things. I'll link it in the description if I remember, but yeah, go watch that video if you want more of a scientific breakdown of dopamine and how it works and all that, because I'll be glossing over it in a simple way, especially explaining it in a way that will benefit creatives. So yeah, dopamine is the reward center in our brain. When I learned about it myself while getting my biology degree, the technique I'm about to explain started to form in my head when I saw that reward center aspect. So yeah, to cut to the chase, I want you, the artist, to get addicted to dopamine. You reward yourself after a long, hard days of work, meaning when you get done with whatever you need to get done for that day, you then reward yourself with whatever makes your dopamine levels spike. Whether it's getting to play video games, getting to watch a movie, getting to work out, having a beer, a soda, getting to scroll on TikTok, whatever. If you wake up every day and set a goal/intentions, which I'll touch on later, and you get all those goals done, you then need to reward yourself with whatever at the end of your day, if that makes sense. It sounds so simple, right? But you'd be surprised how much people still don't operate like this. Essentially, we as humans are dopamine addicts, and that's not a bad thing. I don't feel like going into the science of it all, but without dopamine, we as people wouldn't have gotten as far as we have, and we may not even be alive. So yeah, gaming dopamine. There's of course a discipline aspect to it. Like, you need to be disciplined enough to force yourself to not give in and jump right into whatever spikes your dopamine right away. At least for the first few weeks or so of you trying this. You want to get your brain sort of thinking primitive in the sense of, me artist, no get reward until I do work for day. So I do work because I want reward. And when you do that enough times, you get used to it. You essentially want to be like a cat who knows they have to do a trick to get a treat, if that makes sense. You don't get a treat until you do your work. You want to like kind of hypnotize yourself to start thinking like that. No reward until I get work done. And eventually you'll get to a place where you start feeling guilty when you're rewarding yourself and you know you haven't done anything that day. Matter of fact, it'll eat at you. That's where you want to get. And yeah, there's also the discipline aspect of like, if for whatever reason you don't get what you need to get done on that day done, maybe you fall asleep or you just can't finish or whatever, then you need to be disciplined enough to take your ass to sleep without rewarding yourself. I hope I'm making sense. So yeah, game dopamine in your brain to your advantage. And also, don't set daily goals that you know are easy, you know what I mean? Don't cheat yourself. Set as many goals as possible to where it's not too much, but like it's not too easy, or it's not a breeze, if that makes sense. Eventually, you find yourself working and not hating it. It'll just be like, oh, I'm just doing work. And the entire time you're doing work, you're just thinking, I can't wait to get it done so I get to reward myself. Also, PS, there's discipline in forcing yourself not to sacrifice quality just so you finish faster. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the gaming dopamine aspect of the video. I hope that made sense. But yeah, let's move on to the last and final part of the process of becoming a productive artist, and that's setting intentions/goals. So yeah, when you as an artist have an intention or you have a goal, it's pretty much just doing research about your goal and taking the necessary steps to achieve it. I'll use myself as an example, okay? My long-term goal is to be the best artist, and my short-term goals are to grow my YouTube channel to a large size, get a full-time job in the animation industry, and have a graphic novel in stores one day. So what steps do I need to take to achieve those goals? It means every day I wake up early, I work out, because that's important to me, then I make sure I work on at least 2 comic pages in whatever capacity I can, and then I study and practice drawing so I can improve as much as possible. I'll also work on YouTube videos if I need to that day, and then in that same day, I'll work on my animation industry portfolio. So yeah, as you can see, that's a full schedule for one day, and personally for me, it's not too much and it's not too little, but it's enough to where I'm really earning my reward for that day. By the way, my reward is getting to sit on my comfy ass couch at night and getting to watch cool movies and snacking on gummy bears. And I personally love that experience, so I work really hard so I can reward myself with that at the end of the day. And it's like euphoric for me. Leave me alone, I'm a simple man. And yeah, that's what I, Diddy Mark, believe it takes to become a productive, or at least a more productive artist in 2022. A bit of gaming dopamine, a dash of setting reasonable goals and intentions, a pinch of sacrifice, and lastly, a splash of discipline. And yeah, I guess I promised I'd show you what a week's schedule was like for me back when I was a full-time college student who also juggled being a consistent YouTuber, consistent social media artist, being a published comic artist, and most importantly, being a good boyfriend, if I say so myself, and a cat dad. So yeah, this is a Google Docs table of my weekly schedule from college that I made just to show you all. So yeah, it looks like a lot, but believe me, it's not that bad. Don't get me wrong, it's an insane amount of work and whatnot, and I had to sacrifice a lot, including like playing video games and stuff, but it's possible, and I'm living proof that it is possible. I'm not saying do what I do, I just want to show you all that sometimes we as people, or at least our brains, like to place limits on ourselves despite us being capable of so much more. And yeah, thank you all for watching this video. I truly appreciate it if you stuck around for the whole thing. Anya bless you all. But yeah, shout out to my awesome Patreons for supporting this channel. They make sure I can afford to buy a can of tuna for me and my cat every month. And yeah, if you want to join the Patreon yourself and support me, Diddy Cat Daddy Mark, then the link is in the description down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment because I read and respond to most comments. Till next time, beautiful art nerds, 'tis I, Diddy Mark. Peace and love, baby.